Module outcomes. In this module, we will describe inclusive training, identify strategies to effectively implement inclusive training, and produce an inclusive orientation and onboarding policy based on suggested guidelines. People who are experiencing a disability are still discriminated against by segments of society and in the workplace. Many employers do not provide inclusive training, which puts them at legal as well as ethical risk. Rationale. Having regular cycles of diverse and inclusive training increases awareness, morale, and productivity. It provides opportunities for advancement and improves workplace health and safety. It helps to reduce the risk of discrimination in the workplace and reduces legal risk. Inclusive training is often called diversity and inclusion training. Inclusive training aims to teach employees to work better with people with a variety of identities, backgrounds, and experiences. This type of training increases employee awareness of unconscious bias and microaggressions. All inclusive training materials must be accessible to the entire workforce. Inclusive training should take place throughout the year. It should be flexible and voluntary for staff to participate in. The use of clear language during your training sessions and the implementation of metrics to measure your staff's actions towards inclusivity will encourage fairness and merited-based performance assessment. Topics for inclusive training may include demystifying disability, interacting comfortably and respectfully with applicants who are experiencing disabilities, leadership training, or training about accessibility requirements. An inclusive training policy removes barriers and sets the tone for all staff. It clearly sets the expectations for how you want people to act and behave. Effective policies are written in collaboration with management and staff. Your policy must adhere to relevant legislation, human rights requirements, and your organization's rules for inclusive training. As you prepare to create your policy, it is important that you review your current practices. Then, identify any challenges and state the changes you need to make. When writing your policy, you need to state the purpose of the policy, who will be responsible for administering it, and its effective dates. Your policy should include a list of actions that you want your employees to take. Don't forget to add your policy to your larger training and orientation policy. Example of an inclusive training policy. This organization is committed to training staff in your province's accessibility laws and aspects of the relevant human rights code that relate to people experiencing disabilities. This organization will train employees on accessibility as it relates to their specific roles. Employment and advancement training courses will be available and accessible to all employees, including those experiencing disabilities. Course manuals and materials will be modified where necessary. After creating your policy, communicate it to your company and provide staff training. Summary. Inclusive training is often referred to as diversity and inclusion training. It aims to help employees work better with people with a variety of identities, backgrounds, and experiences. The training raises awareness of unconscious bias. Strategies used to effectively implement inclusive training include ensuring that sessions are flexible, voluntary, and communicated in clear language. You can add metrics to measure actions to make your work environments increasingly more inclusive. Creating an inclusive training policy requires that you analyze your workplace to determine what is working and what is not. Your policy must take into account your organization's guidelines as well as the laws in your jurisdiction. Delegate someone to administer and implement the policy. We encourage you to access the toolkit for more information, examples, and templates. So get started!